I'm Chris Thompson with AMFM Magazine, and I'm here with Maria Bobeva to talk about her award-winning short film, Scarlet. Maria, your film won Best Short at the Beverly Hills Film Festival in 2024. Can you tell me more about it?
So Scarlet is loosely based on a true story. When I was finishing my previous short, Blinks, in Bulgaria, because I did the post production there, and I was working with my editor on Blinks, and in one of the breaks, she asked me if I want to hear a story and if I'm interested to write a script about it. And she told me the story, and I got inspired because it's Blinks is about a foster teenager and his father, and this story, Scarlet, is about a negligent mother and her daughter. And I kind of incline into stories about children and their relationship with parents. And I started writing, I think, next day. Finished it quite fast, and later on I've kind of decided that because the story was a bit different from Scarlet now, what it is now, and it was the location was really not easy to find with no budget.
How did you adapt the story within budget constraints?
So I had to, change some stuff, and I did, and now it's like there's lots of fiction in it, but basically the mom and the daughter exist, unfortunately. There are such mothers, and victims, their children, and yeah, that was the inspiration behind Scarlet.
This was a Bulgarian production. How are you able to do that while being here in the United States?
Yes, this is my entirely Bulgarian production, and I'm so proud. Because I live here, obviously, and I had to do the post production, I mean, the pre production remotely. So over the phone.
When did you start filming?
This was 2023, yes, summer of 2023. So we started pre production, I think, 4 months before the shoot, and it was over the phone. I have a very good friend. She's a filmmaker as well, and she jumped on board as a producer. She was Stanislava Ivy. She's a journalist too. She's amazing. So yeah, she helped me with finding some crew.
It sounds like you found some great people to work with.
I have a luckily best friend who is a set decorator and costume designer, and you know, very talented. She used to work in theater. I believe this was her first movie, but yeah, she basically did the hard work because the location was an empty house in the suburbs of Sofia. Yes, and it was robbed.
It was Rob?
But yeah, it was robbed and empty, and it was perfect. Because I needed a rent-down house in the suburbs. Worked perfectly well. We just had to furnish it because it was, as I said, empty. There was no. They tried to steal the sink in the kitchen, so it was half ripped off the wall. Yeah, they stole the shower in the bathroom. So I even had to take care of that because they have a shot in the bathroom. I had to find a shower to put. Yeah, it was crazy, but my friend, she helped me tremendously.
Tell me a little bit about the casting process.
So the one of the leads, Eleonora Ivanova, she's a social worker in the film. She was recommended to me by a friend, and I saw TV series, Bulgarian TV series, with her, and I loved her performance. And I just contacted her on Facebook or Instagram, and I don't remember, but yeah, it was like, "Hi, I'm making this film, blah blah blah," and she taped her audition and sent me the videos, and she was perfect, like the first shot. Yeah, yeah. So that was easy. But then it was really hard to find the child. There's a child actor, It's and the script, um, yeah, it's kind of. I actually wanted to try a child here, a Bulgarian kid, and the parents were concerned that the topic is not appropriate for this young girl, so they refused. And then yeah, I tried a few kids in Bulgaria via Zoom, but it was not, you know, uh, they were not right for the role. So eventually, I was having a party in our house, and I went. I came back because I had to shop for the party, and some people came already. And there was this little girl on my couch. This is Nika, and Nika ended up being Scarlett in the film, but she's not an actress, by the way. She was just the daughter of some friends who were brought by a mutual friend. I didn't even know her parents, and yes, and the moment I saw her. I I was like, this is Scarlett. And I approached her and I asked her, "Do you want to be my short film?" And she looked at me with those big eyes and she didn't know what to say. And then I went outside on the patio and I found her parents and I met them and I asked them, "What do you think? Do you think that she would be interested in being in a film?" And the mom said, "Oh, yeah, you know what? She's actually sometimes acting in front of the mirror. And once she saw her trying, doing something, looking at her reflection, and she asked her, 'What are you doing?' And she said, 'I'm trying to cry. I want to see if I can cry.'"
What's your next project?
So the feature film is called Day Player, and it's based on my story. And actually, I have my first short as a writer, and I starred in it. I'm the lead along with my son. I didn't direct it because it was my first thing ever, written. And I couldn't, be in front of the camera and the same time behind it. So I decided to just get a director for this first one. Um, and yeah, it's called Audition. We shot it in 2018 or 17. Yeah, 2018 was out, but I'm not sure if we filmed it before that. Anyway, so Audition is in the feature film, is in Day Player, and actually, when we were going to festivals with it, at the Q&As, people were asking, okay, we want to see more of the story of this woman. Why don't you make a feature film? And that's how the idea for Day Player came, because I have so many stories.
What are some differences between filming here and in Bulgaria?
Here is much more expensive. That's the main difference. Otherwise, the people who I work with in Bulgaria were just amazing, super professional, really good. They know their craft, and yeah, it's for me it's easier to work in Bulgaria because of the language, but here I've worked with amazing professionals too, so either country, it's I would work either country. I mean, both amazing experiences. Well, by the way, in Bulgaria, that's the difference, and in Europe in general, you have the government funding.
So it's a major difference then.
So yes, yeah, you apply for with a project, and you can get government money for your film. And well, then they might not be enough, depends on how big the production is going to be, but you can still do co-productions with other European countries, and it's, I believe, this is easier to, especially for debut film.
Thank you so much, Maria, for your time and for sharing your filmmaking experiences. We look forward to seeing whatever you do next.